أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر وروحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, I hope everyone is well.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
Well, I hope everyone can hear me loud and clearly.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Alaikum salam.
Alaikum salam. So, with yourselves, I have decided that, well, I have decided before, but I'm reiterating that with yourselves, I'm going to teach book 3 in a complete different fashion from the other classes, in which this class will be much more in detail and more in depth than the other classes I have taught. Only reason why is because you're further away and I don't want to do the things again and again. So that's the reason why I'm doing it in much more detailed than the other classes. Of course, the other classes will be given the same material, but their opportunities or where I'll deliver those lessons may be varying from yourself itself. And the discussion we started last week, it was two things. One was the object of a verb, correct?
Correct.
And
Yes.
the other thing we started was about the present tense, about the harakat of the present tense. And what I have decided is that because we started the object first of a verb, I'm going to explain this first, and then I'm going to explain about the different tenses of the present tense or the different states of the present tense. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Inshallah.
Now, I'm going to open the book first and refresh your memory. One second, let me get onto the screen. Is anyone in a hurry today? Does anyone have anything else straight after this class?
No, there's a namaz time at I think 12:20 or
Okay,
something.
that's fine. 20 minutes, that's perfectly fine.
Yeah,
need-
12:26.
That's fine.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. You need to go to pray, open the doors. Yeah, I understand. Okay.
I
How long
will have to leave a bit early because I have to go and collect my wife from the.
Okay, that's fine. And what time would you be back?
Sorry?
What time will you be back?
No, I will leave it around 5 to 12.
Okay.
If she gets a ride, then she will come back. But
Okay, no problem.
otherwise,
No
she
problem.
calls me, then I have to go around 12 o'clock.
No problem. Okay, now we were talking about Ana uhibbuka kathira. I love you or I like you a lot. And I explained about kathiran being maf'ul mutlaq. Now, before I explain this, I want to go back to something which we did before. Right, I'm going to ask, who am I going to ask? Hassan Ali, can I request from yourself? So, maf'ul bihi is called an object for a verb. Just Hassan Ali?
Can you make it a bit bigger? I can't see it.
Okay.
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maf'ulun bihi,
Alright.
object.
Mhm.
Transitive verbs are verbs that need a direct object to make the sentence complete.
Mhm.
The object is something or someone who receives the action of the verb.
Correct. So,
Okay.
let me explain now this. Now, in the Arabic language, do you remember I mentioned this before? You may remember there are two types of verbs. There is a transitive verb and an intransitive verb. In Arabic, a transitive verb is called muta'addi, and an intransitive verb is called lazim, fi'l al-lazim. Does anyone remember the difference between the two? No? Okay, I'll explain. Sister Huma,
Yes, sir.
do you remember?
No, Sheikh, I think I'm hearing for the first time.
Okay, that's fine. In fast track, I have done that. Right. Now, in the English language, we use this as well, transitive and intransitive. So first of all, the definition of a transitive verb, as explained here, is that verb which requires a direct object, and this object is something or someone who receives the action of the verb. Meaning, I'll give you an example. Akaltu al-khubza. Akala means he ate. And if I say akaltu, does everyone know how to spell akaltu? Alif, kaf, lam, and a flat ta. Akaltu al-khubza. What did I do?
I ate.
What?
Khubza.
Khubz.
Bread.
Correct. So akaltu al-khubza, I ate the bread. Now, who is the doer and what is the object?
I am a doer.
Excellent. I am the doer. And al-khubza, who is doing the action of eating, and what is he eating?
He's eating the bread.
Exactly. So this is called a transitive verb. A transitive verb is that verb which requires an object to complete its meaning.
Okay.
Is that clear?
So which is the transitive verb in this? Akalto, khubza.
Akala, akalto is the actual transitive verb, that it requires an object. If I say I ate and remain quiet, it's an incomplete sentence. So now I'll give you an example. How would you know if this is a transitive verb or not?
Okay, so let's say eat.
No, I'll explain. I'll try to explain. There's a way of knowing the difference between the two. If after the verb, if you write this down, if after the verb you add the pronoun who, and when you translate it in English, if it conveys a meaning, it is a transitive verb. For example,
maybe it'll be a little clear if we also know kind of what intransitive verb is.
The thing is that the best way of explaining is by examples.
By knowing transitive verb. Okay.
Exactly. They're the opposite of each other. So when I explain one, you will know the other. That's the reason why I'm doing it this way.
Sheikh, do we have this?
Can you repeat that? Oh, sorry, Sister Huma.
Yep. Sister Huma?
Yeah, I was asking, do we have these pages? I don't think so. We have these pages.
I haven't sent this yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that's the first time I'm looking at it.
Yeah, these are new handouts. Which I've got. So if you look in your WhatsApp group, I've just sent something across. I added the pronoun who, akala who. Sister Shabnam, can you see it in the group?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now I see. Didn't see it before.
Yeah. So I just sent it in the WhatsApp group.
So the pronoun is added to it, and then it makes more sense. Is that what you're saying? The verb becomes.
So when you say
it's
akala,
the direct object of it.
Exactly.
The who is the direct object of the verb.
Exactly.
The transitive.
Exactly.
Okay.
So akala, he ate it. So when you say in English, like he ate it, makes sense. It makes sense, correct?
Yes.
So when you Sheikh, so when you say it, it
It can be translated as either as it, or it can come in the meaning of him. You can write that down, him. And I'll give you another example. Thank you for that, sister Tahira. That was good that you reminded me of that. So I'm going to give you another example. Now, first example is of it. Now I'm going to give you an example of him. Okay, this is really good.
Thank you.
It makes, the thing is that the more I teach, the more different approaches I'm actually, that's what they say. When, who was it? I can't remember which, one of our Shia great ulama, he studied 25 years in the Hawza, and someone asked him, what are you doing? He said, I am teaching my teacher. And then after 25 years, someone asked him, what are you doing now? He said, I'm studying now. Yeah, so he was teaching before, and now he is a student. And he asked him why. He said, the reason why is that when you study yourself, you don't absorb the information, because your teacher teaches you and you observe. The teacher, the one who's teaching, he is learning because he has to revise for it. But the students, they just absorb the information. They don't really criticize the information. But when you teach, you have to prepare the lesson for all of the nitty-gritty and the questions which the students will ask you. So you are actually doing the student work, and the students are teaching you now. So that's the reason why when you ask questions, I enjoy it. And that's the reason why in our religious institutes, Dars Kharij, when you've actually reached the higher levels of your religious studies, the mujtahid gives his discourse of his ijtihad on fatawas, that this is my reason of why I have given this fatwa, and this is my proof. And then those students who have reached that level will criticize the mujtahid, saying that you have done this, from our studies and our research, we have come to this conclusion. And then they'll discuss who has a more firm evidence or a weighty evidence in comparison to what their ustad is presenting.
Wow, 25 years.
Yeah. He hit him. So I've given you just another example. Now here, the who is, as you know, that who comes in two meanings. Who sometimes can refer to objects, and sometimes it can refer to human beings. So I'll give you another example here, where after the verb, who is coming in, but now it's coming in the meaning of him. So he hit him. Does that make sense in the English language? Yes, it does.
Thank you.
So this is a transitive verb. A transitive verb is that verb which requires a object to complete it. Yeah, exactly. Okay.
A direct object.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Now, the intransitive verb is the verb which does not require a object, but it will complete its meaning or sentence with the doer.
Sorry, Sheikh, can you repeat that, please?
Yep. Intransitive sentence is that sentence which completes its meaning with the doer, without an object, The only requirement for the intransitive verb is a doer. For example, Dhahabtu. Dhahabtu. What does dhahabtu mean?
Left.
Went, not left,
He
went.
went.
Yeah.
He went.
Yeah. Dhahabtu, I went. So if I said I went it, or I went him,
Yeah.
it conveys no meaning. But it makes the meaning awful. It makes it incorrect. So this is a intransitive sentence. Is that clear, Sister Homa?
Zahabtu.
I went.
Because-
It's complete. I am the doer, and
And-
zahaba is the verb.
Zahabtu. Yeah.
I
yeah,
went.
Can you, if you can put it in the chat, please?
Yep, I'll write the yeah. That's fine.
Thank you so much.
No. I was just going to do. I'm just going to head downstairs. I just need my charger. I left my charger downstairs. Give me. I went. The hab to I went. It does require an object. Or for example, I'll give you another example.
So doer is the I,
Yep.
to, and
Yep.
that's the verb. Okay.
Exactly. The other one I'll give.
So Sheikh, I'm kind of wanting to ask this question that even here, after the verb, there is a pronoun.
Which one? No,
The
this
habtu.
okay. The habtu. Good question.
Yeah.
Now this pronoun, Sister Tahira, this pronoun is the pronoun of the verb. Every verb requires a doer.
Right.
This is the attached pronoun of the verb.
Mhm.
And when I said dharabahu, in dharaba, it's a verb, which means he hit. And who is the
Oh.
attached pronoun additional
Mm-hmm.
to the original verb itself of dharaba.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Now I've given you just sent another example in the group. Karuma. Can everyone see this?
Yes.
Karuma. Now karuma means he became.
Honorable.
Exactly. Another, now you could write this down. This is a tip. Listen to it first, and then you can write this in your own words. Now, another tip or another way of knowing which verb is intransitive, if a noun, or sorry, if a verb is indicating
Mhm.
upon change of state, a tip to understand or recognize an intransitive verb is that if the verb is indicating or conveying the meaning of change of state, it will be treated as a intransitive verb. Therefore, will not require a object. I'll
So are
explain.
you talking about all the
So
verbs?
all the
explain.
passive.
I
Sorry.
think they're still very
No.
good. Yes.
Sorry, let me explain. So it literally means that if any verb comes, Sister Shabna, you're very close. When a verb is indicating upon a change of state, what does it mean by change of state? Meaning that becoming. So if it has the meaning of becoming, like I became honorable, I became red, I became pale, he became weak. It doesn't require an object. It's a change of position or a change of state. So it doesn't require an object. It's a change of position or the state of a person. Therefore, it doesn't require an object. When he became honorable, does he do the action of becoming honorable upon someone? No, it's just a change of states.
Right.
Is that clear?
Mhm. Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this is a tip. Anything which gives the meaning of becoming, a verb gives the meaning of becoming, that is a change of state, because it doesn't require an object upon whom you're doing the action of respecting or the action of becoming weak. It's a change of state within a person.
Becoming or became even?
But yeah, it's the same thing.
Same thing, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
So all passive verbs would be transitive verbs. Am I right or no?
No.
No.
Sorry.
Keep the passive separately, because I'll explain that
Okay.
later. Okay. Don't get,
Okay.
just keep it to simple on the pattern of becoming.
So like mujtahidun and zakiyun and all that, because that's a change within you.
The kiyun is a noun. I'll give you an example. Hamura, he became red. Va'ufa, he became weak. Karuma, he became honorable.
Okay.
So these are the topics. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to get the charger before, because I need to. I'm going to also. Does everyone know how to use a dictionary as well?
Yes,
No, Arabic dictionary.
I think so.
You showed us, but you said we have to use the, those verbs.
Yes. Was you not in that class about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, in the fast track group?
No.
Okay.
I've been joined since 3 months. That's why I'm.
Okay, that's fine. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just go downstairs and get the charger, and I'll be back with you. 2 seconds.
Okay.
So what I'm doing with yourselves, I'll explain, is that I am giving you the complete dosage of what should a student should know. Rather than teaching in phases, I'm giving you a full dose. So it's rather than giving you 2 injections or something, I'm giving you one high voltage level understanding of Arabic grammar. So let me know if it's too much.
So either we'll make it or we'll get jolted. Some of us will make it, some will be jolted.
So inshallah, I will make it as easy as possible. Okay, now I'm going to send you something now, because this is something really important, because learning how to use the Arabic dictionary, it will help you throughout your, if you're doing different courses as well, it will make you understand better as well.
Sheikh, in the group, can you put those 3 examples as well, please?
Which ones?
So the examples of like an innate, something that, like you said,
I'll give you these examples. Just give me 1 second. Let me just do one thing at a time. Okay, I'm going to send this now. If anyone hasn't bought the handwritten dictionary, it is the best dictionary a person can purchase. There's nothing better than the handwritten dictionary.
What is the name of the dictionary? Please write it down.
I'll write it. I'll send you the screenshot now, and I'll send you the ISBN number on there, so you can purchase it. It's available. Just buy the older version. There's a newer copy. That's gonna be really expensive. it's going to be probably about $200. But the older version, which is a 2000.
Paperback is okay
Pardon?
because for paperback.
Yeah, it's paperback's fine. But just don't buy the new version, buy the old version, 2015. I've got my dictionary, which was bought in 2007. And it's perfectly fine. So Amazon's has this dictionary as well. So this is the name of the dictionary. I've just sent it across to you. Yep. Everyone received it?
Not yet.
Stop. Okay, you will need to bear with me. My phone just killed me. It's just died out. Okay. Right. Okay. So this is a transitive and intransitive verb itself. So a verb which requires an object is called transitive verb, and if a verb doesn't require an object, it's called an intransitive verb. Now, if you look at,
You say it in Arabic, transitive verb and the intransitive verb.
it's transitive fi'l muta'addi.
Can you please write this because that
Yeah, give me 1 second. Let me get the chart here as well. Give me 2 seconds.
yeah.
Okay, let me just. Okay. I'll send you. Just give me a couple of minutes. Now, did everyone get the last handout, last screenshot of Sharika?
Sharika.
Last one I got was Karama.
No. In the WhatsApp group. Did you not get?
No, nothing else has come
When-
up to that.
When did you send it, Sheikh? Just now?
Yeah, just now. My phone's died out. Okay, that's fine.
Oh. Okay, it didn't come through. Even the dictionary didn't come through.
Okay, that's fine. Let me go through this, and then as soon as it's charged, I'll do this. Now, this is, look at this now. The object maf'ul bihi it is a noun that always is mansub. What does mansub mean? It has a fatha or a fatha tanween. Yes?
Accusative, right?
Yeah, accusative, and follows the verb and the doer. Now, this, whenever you have a verbal sentence, this is the normal construction. Jumla fi'liya, it should have a verb. So, Sister Shabnam, explain. Go ahead.
Jumlatul fi'la, so you'll have a fi'l, so it's a verb.
Yep.
A fa'il, it's a doer.
Yep.
And maf'ul bihi is the object.
Now, what you missed something. Marfu'un and mansubun. What does that mean? Sister Roshan, I'm going to ask you this question, as you've been a bit quiet. Normally, you're not that quiet.
Marfu is nominative, right? Sorry.
And what does mansub, Sister Roshan, mean?
It's accusative.
Yes,
It is the
correct.
object.
Correct.
But Sheikh, I was sorry. I've been quiet because I looked at the notes that you sent earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm totally overwhelmed to say put it very mildly. So that's why I'm really quiet.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to break everything down and dissect everything. So inshallah, you'll be perfectly fine. So let's take the example. Read this, Sister Roshan. In this lesson.
In this lesson, we will look at the verb uhibbu.
Yep.
It is a present tense verb and translate as I love.
Mhm.
Notice that it is an incomplete sentence, even though it has the action, which is love, and the doer of the action is I. This is because this verb is transitive and we need something or someone to receive this action for it to be a complete sentence, which will be the object in the accusative case.
Is that clear for you now?
The example will be Uhibbu Rasul, I love the messenger. So I is the doer.
Yep.
And Rasul is the object.
Is that clear?
Yes, yes.
So the only reason why you see that I'll break everything down to make it easier for yourself, right? So this is, so you understand the basic concept now. So every verb has three things. What is it? The three things? Verb,
the doer, and the object.
correct. Is that clear, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay, can I move on now?
Please, Bismillah. Thank you.
Okay, these are some handouts which I prepared for the Hausa students, and I'm going to use them with yourselves.
You'll also post them, right? Please.
Yeah, I'm going to post them.
Thank you.
The reason why I didn't post
Yeah,
them is
sure.
I wanted to explain the class to the
Yes,
class.
it makes sense. Yeah.
Once you understood, then I'll post them to you. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No, I've sent this already, Sister Shabnam.
Sent something this morning, right?
Yeah, I've sent this already.
Yes,
Oh, okay. I haven't looked at this morning.
This is
Sorry.
what
I haven't had a chance to look at it. Yeah.
Okay, let's look at this. Now, please, listen to me very carefully. As I mentioned, that what is a maf'ul? Maf'ul is a direct object or an object for a verb, okay?
Verb.
Now, in the Arabic language, there are different types of objects for a verb. There are different types of objects for a verb. For example, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example. The word, does anyone know the verb qara'a? Qara'a. Qara'a means he read or he recited, yes? He read or he recited, like iqra, read, imperative. Qara'a means he read. Aghasan Ali?
Yes.
Qara'a means qaf, ra, and a hamza at the end. I'll just write it now because my phone's charging, slightly charged. Now, if I said to anyone, qara'tul Qur'ana yawmal jumu'ati, what does it mean?
He read Quran on the day of Jummah.
Excellent. He read the Quran, or I read the qara'tul Qur'ana yawmal jumu'ati. I read the Quran or on the day of
Friday, no?
Friday, yeah. Yawm al-Jumu'ah, Friday. Now, question. When did the action of reciting the Quran occur?
Friday.
Friday. So Friday is the time or place when the action took place. Okay? This is, now, do you see, I said, Qara'atul Qur'ana yawmal. No, not yawmul. I read it yawmal. Yawmal Jumu'ati with a fatha. The word yawma.
So that's the object.
It is object, but not a direct object, but this is an object of time and place of when the action took place. Do you understand now?
Yes. Okay.
So the direct object is reciting the Quran. Qara'atul Qur'ana. Qur'ana is the direct object. Sister Shabnam? Qara'atul Qur'ana. Quran is the direct object.
Yes. The other thing's the indirect object.
Yes, they're indirect. What are they doing? Yawm al-Jumu'ah, it's indicating the time and place when the action occurred.
It's happening, yes.
Correct?
Or happened, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is called this one here, number 4. This one here, this one number 4 is called
فيه.
maf'ul fihi. Maf'ul fihi means the time and place when the action took place. All of these 11 types are nouns which are going to come as objects, but they are different categories, different specification of elaborating where the action took place. Is that clear?
Yes.
So in the example, I'll write this example down. Qira'atul Qur'ana.
يوم الجمعة.
I'm just writing this down for you. Yo. يوم الجمعة قرأت القرآن. So I read the Quran on Friday. So I read the Quran. The Quran is the direct object, which is the maf'ul. So I'll write this down as well so that you remember this as well. Al-Qur'ana is, I'm going to write maf'ul. Maf'ul bihi and Yawm al-Jum'ah. So what is your, in English, when a noun, when a noun is being confined to time and place, what do we call it in English? As a word in English we use. No, it's a type of Yawm al-Jum'ah is a type of adverb which is indicating that when the action took place itself. So that's the reason why it's called maf'ul fihi. Fihi means in it, meaning referring to the time and place. And it's called in Arabic maf'ul fihi. I'm just writing this down so that you can have examples for this. Time and place. So Qara'atul Qur'ana Yawm al-Jum'ati. See, everyone seen it in the group?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, if I say to you, Qara'atul Qur'an,
في المسجد.
no, Qara'atul Qur'ana al-Masjidah. I'm going to give you an example. Qara'atul Qur'ana al-Masjidah. So I read the Quran where? In the mosque, exactly. Fi is not there, but you understand al-Masjidah is referring to the place where you're doing the reciting the Quran.
It doesn't need fee.
Exactly. Sometimes it comes without fee. That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct. So when there's a verb and you want to indicate upon the place,
Yeah.
there's sometimes you don't need the actual fee because you won't understand from the context you're referring to the verb taking place at this occasion itself.
Okay.
Okay, so that's
Sorry, Sheikh, would you mind repeating that sentence?
okay. Let me give you a better example. Give me 2 seconds. I want to give you some. Just give me 1 second. I just want to give you another example. This is a better example. This is This is a better example, which I'm going to send you instead, okay? Hadartu. This is a better example than the one which I give. Hadartu. I'm going to write this down. The word hadara. What does anyone? Hadara means hadara means he was present.
To be present.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hazira, like same.
बिल्कुल हाजिर होना बिल्कुल حضرت, this is a good example. حضرت صباحا, and it's got two examples in one. حضرت صباحا أمام المعلم, which is a really good example because it's
I was present in the morning behind the
not
teacher.
behind, in front.
The imam in front, sorry, in front of.
Not the imam, teacher. Mu'allim is another word for teacher. So let me write the translation down as well. I was present in the morning in front. I was present in the morning in front of the teacher. حضرت صباحا أمام المعلم. So here, sister, who is there? Sister Roshan, can I ask your expertise, please?
Sorry, no experts, Sheikh.
Okay, now in this example, there are two examples, okay? There are two examples. Hadartu, I was present, okay?
Right.
Sabahan, what sabahan? Why is it coming with a fatha tanween? I was present. When I was present, was in the morning, evening?
In the morning. So,
So
that's saying the time.
Exactly, this is time.
Maf'ul
Maf'ul fihi, in regard to time.
Right.
And then where was you present? Amama means in front.
Right.
So can you see that the amama having a fatha as well on the word meme, amama.
Right.
So this here, amama is the time, or
Right.
not time, place. You could be in front, you're in front of someone, so that's place again. So there's time and place. Amama al-muallimi.
Right. I understand that, yes.
So this is called maf'ul fihi. So maf'ul fihi are those, is that noun which comes in the accusative case and it illustrates or explains the time and place where the action took place. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
There are examples there are many examples in the Quran for this as well. Do you want me to give you examples in the Quran?
Yes. That would be helpful.
Yes, it would be nice. Yeah, please.
Okay. Surah Naba. So let me just send this across to you now. The Arabic text. Give me 1 second. It says Inna Yawm al-Fasl. No, let me not use that one. Let me use this one here.
Would you be able to share on your screen, or it'll be too much of a hassle?
Let me use. Actually.
Or if you can just share the ayat number, we can look it up. We have the Quran.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that now. I'm going to use this ayah instead of Surah Dahr, which is better. Surah Dahr. Surah Dahr. واذكر اسم رب which number 325, 26. I'm going to just send it across to yourself. Give me. Sorry, just. واذكر اسم ربك بكرة وأصيلا. I've sent you the best the examples from the Quran itself, which are easy to understand.
By the name of your Lord, morning and evening.
So let me explain. So what's happening in these two examples? This is Surah Dahar, verse number 25 and 26. Now, wadhkur. Now this is an imperative. Dhakara yadhkuru. Dhakara yadhkuru, and the imperative is udhkur. Yes, but because of the alif here is hamzatul wasl, if there is a letter before it, the alif becomes silent. So that's the reason is wadhkur. And because we're joining onto the letter which is after it, which is ism, we change the ra with a sukoon to a kasra.
Mm-hmm.
So wadhkur isma. So can you see the word isma?
Yes.
Have a fatha. Can you see it? Isma has a fatha. Why?
Right.
Because you're mentioning name of your Lord. Name of your Lord is the direct object. That's the reason why it has a fatha. So anta, you are the doer, and what are you doing? Mentioning the name of your Lord. So ism is mudaf, rabbika, your Lord, mudaf ilay, name of your Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
Yes.
Sister Huma?
Yes, Sheikh.
So name of your Lord, that's the reason the meme has a fatha, because this is the direct object, maf'ul bihi. And then we have the word bukratan wa asila. Bukratan, what happens here? Has a fatha tanween. Asilan has a
Fatha tanween.
why? Why do they have a fatha tanween?
The adjectives?
La haw. What am I explaining? I'm explaining the time. Maf'ul fi.
Indirect
Adverbs.
objects.
Adverbs of time and place. Sorry, Sheikh.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
wasn't thinking. Yeah.
So morning, bukratan is morning, asilan is evening. That's the reason why they're getting the fatha tanweens itself.
Okay.
Is that clear now? Yes. So look at no things because we don't know the vocabulary yet. It's slightly difficult, but once we know the vocabulary, you will understand it from the context. You meant that wadhkur is a verb, then you will understand the verb has either a direct object, and sometimes it had adverbs where the action took place. So bukratan wa asila both are adverbs indicating time and place. Sister, who's the other sister here? Agha Hassan Ali, would you be able to come on the mic?
Yes, I am.
Wa min al-layli, and during the nights.
ومن الليل فاسجد له وسبحه ليلا طويلا.
Excellent.
And in the part of the night, adore him and give glory to him long.
Yeah.
Long night.
Long part of the night. Now here, the word sajada The word, the fa, if fa is indicating so, fa comes in the meaning of so. The verb is usjud. It's the past tense is sajada. The present tense is yes,
Yes, Chidu.
yasjudu. And you make the imperative from anta. Anta tasjudu. We remove the ta. Because the scene has a sukoon, we bring the hamzatul wasal, and then we look at the letter after the scene if it has a fatha or a kasra. If it has a fatha or kasra, the hamzatul wasl will be given a
Sukun.
kasra. Hamzatul wasl will be given a kasra. If the letter, the jim was with a dhamma, the hamzatul wasl will be given a dhamma as well, be usjud.
Oh yeah, the rule of even reading the Quran. Yeah.
Yeah, usjud. And
Yeah.
usjud is an imperative order. Prostrate to him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wasabbih lahu. Sabbih is imperative as well. Who is him, referring back to Allah? The verb is sabbih. Past tense is sabbaha. Sabbaha, seen baha is the past tense with a shadda. Yusabbihu is the present tense. And because this verb, the scene has a harakat, has a fatha, there's no need to bring hamzatul wasl in the imperative. So we just only say sabbih as the imperative. Now you prostrate to your Lord and you do tasbih, glorify him. When do you do this?
Part of the night.
Exactly. Laylan tawilan. Tawilan means long, which is an adjective for laylan itself. That's the reason why it has a fatha tanween. Laylan. What is layl?
The night is long.
Exactly. Exactly. Night is a place. It's time. It's time. So that's the reason why laylan has the fatha tanween itself. Because it's demonstrating or illustrating for the listener when the action of glorifying and praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is occurring. And these are examples of maf'ul fihi.
So here it's an adjective, right, Sheikh?
Yes, the adjective. Yeah, tawilan is coming as an adjective. Laylan is the laylan, tawilan, both of them together is maf'ul fihi. So it can be adjective plus maf'ul fihi.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I want to. I'm going to explain it outside the book, and then I'll explain it from the book. Now I'm going to give you an example, the famous ayah of the Quran. The next one I'm going to do is number 3. What does it say, number 3? Maf'ul. Maf'ul li ajlihi.
Li ajlihi.
Yeah. I'll explain that. Maf'ul li ajlihi. What it is this. So maf'ul li ajlihi, it literally, it's an object. It is an object for a verb which explains the reason why the action took place. The reason why the action took place. I'll give you an example from the Quran, and you will understand it very good. Surah Isra, verse number 31. This is a good ayah. Let me just give this to you now. Surah Isra, ayah number 31. Sister Tahira, you probably haven't done this in your TRS course at all.
No. We're all Shabnam and Roshan Bhai, we're all in that course, Sheikh.
Yes, so this is what makes these things are really crucial to understand the Quranic meaning. Okay, look at this ayah. This is from Surah Isra, which is Surah number 16, verse number 30, verse number 31. Okay,
31. Okay.
Sister, who should I ask? Sister Homa, I'm going to read the Arabic. Can you read the translation? Give me 2 seconds. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wala taqtulu. Wala taqtulu. And you do not, la here, it's a negative command. Mean prevent yourself. Wala taqtulu awladakum.
Awladakum.
Yeah, so you do not kill who?
For children.
Your children.
Kill your children for the fear of poverty.
So wala taqtulu awladakum khashyata imlakin. Do not kill your children a fear of poverty. Now let me explain now. Now, awladakum is the object for you killing. Okay, that's the reason why the word awlad, it should have been awladukum. Correct? Awladukum is the original, but awlad, the dal has a fatha because this is the direct object. Direct object for the verb taqtulu. Now, why is this action of killing your children happening? What is the reason?
Of the poverty.
Exactly.
Scared of the poverty. Yeah.
Ahsanti, mashallah, mashallah. This is it. So in this sentence now, you have two objects. You have the awladakum, which is the direct object, which is number one, maf'ul bihi. And then you have another object as well, which is khashyata imlakin. Now, the word khashyata imlakin, it's an object, but this is explaining the reason why you're killing your children. This is called maf'ul li ajlihi.
Yeah, actually. Okay.
The reason why you're doing that action. Khashyata imlakin. So why is khashyata imlak? So this here is explaining the previous verb of killing of your children. Why is that occurring? Because you are stricken by poverty itself.
And all these appear in the accusative case.
Yes, yes. Awladakum is in the accusative case. Khashyata imlakin is also in the accusative case. And the way you will know whether this is it's called the direct object for reason. Li'ajlihi means the reason or the cause. The way you will know it, of course, I will teach this next week, more detail. You will add the word limadha. If you add, as you know, limadha means why, yes?
Yes.
So you will say, and if you want to know whether this is the maf'ul li'ajlihi, you will say limadha taqtuluna awladakum. Why are you killing your children? Limadha taqtuluna awladakum. And if in the translation, if it makes sense, because of poverty, then you'll know that this is the maf'ul li ajlihi.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Yes, thank you.
It's clear, but you need more practice. I know you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just, first of all, I need you to understand these concepts, and then I could give you ayat from the Quran, a hadith as well, to make yourself completely 100% understand that itself.
So, Sheikh, we have to observe
Yes.
the accusative case.
Yes,
And
exactly.
recognize, right, the maf'ul bihi.
Exactly. So you need to recognize maf'ul bihi, maf'ul li ajlihi, maf'ul fihi, and one more I'm going to do, and then that will be this one here. Maf'ul mutlaq. So maf'ul mutlaq, it's a, okay, let me explain this from the book.
We'd call it a cognate object.
Yeah. So look at this example. What are the signs for maf'ul li ajlihi? The sign of maf'ul li ajlihi is that it is able to answer to the question lima, why, before the verb. For example, zuyyinatil madinatu زينت المدينة إكراما للحاكم. So translation, the city was beautified to respect the
Governor.
governor. So if I put the word lima, why? Lima زينت المدينة. So
Made it a
إكراما,
question.
yeah, so you put a question there. إكراما للحاكم. So the word إكراما للحاكم is the مفعول لأجله, because it's explaining why the decoration of the city took place is because we are trying to honor the
governor.
yeah. Okay, that's the example. مفعول لأجله. Now the مفعول المطلق, I'm going to do that, and then inshallah we'll do the rest next week, because I know Allah.
Last time you had mentioned maf'ul mutlaq, Sheikh.
I know. This one here. What is maf'ul mutlaq? Maf'ul mutlaq is a noun that mentions after the verb. For what reason? For emphasis. Qatala al-harisu al-lissa. Lissa is a thief. Qatlan. So you will find that maf'ul mutlaq is a noun, and that noun shares the same root word as the verb used in the sentence. So qatala is the verb and qatlan is the maf'ul mutlaq. And look at the translation. The watchman murdered the thief a murder.
Literal explanation.
Literal explanation, yeah.
Yeah. So Sheikh, just like last time in our Ana uhibbuka kathiran, you said kathiran is a maf'ul mutlaq.
I'll explain that.
Right?
I'll explain that now. I'm going to do this now. For explanation now. So when we said kathiran, it's ana uhibbuka kathiran. So in that example, this is example. Isbir sabran. Can you see the word isbir is an imperative? Sabran is coming with a fatha tanween, and it shares the same root word as the verb. Jamilan is an adjective for what type of patience you are being requested to follow. Yes?
Yeah.
So be patient, a beautiful patient. Now, if I said isbir sabran kathira, be patient a lot. Okay. Now, in the Arabic language, so rather than mentioning like uhibbuka, hubb, it should have been uhibbuka hubban kathira. In that example, ana uhibbuka kathira. What they have done is that you remember when you have sifa mawsuf, whenever you have a sifa, what does a sifa require?
A mawsuf.
Exactly. So what happens? Like if I said Zaidun, Zaidun alimun mujtahidun. So the word Zaidun alimun mujtahidun. So what type of alim is he? Is he a lazy alim or a hardworking alim?
Mujtahid, hardworking.
Yes. Mujtahidun is the sifa for the alim itself, which is the mawsuf. So whenever you have a verb, uhibbuka kathira, and kathira is being used, whenever kathiran is being used as fatha tanween, and there is a verb, so what's happened is that the mawsuf of kathir, mawsuf of the kathir, which is the word hubban, has been removed. Has not been, is been omitted. For example, if I said to you, isbir jamilan, for example, I'll give you the example. If I said isbir jamilan, patient, beautiful. What do you mean patient, beautiful? Meaning be patient, a beautiful patience. Be a bit more, have a bit more patience. So this is what's happening, is that the adjective explains what was the noun which is trying to describe. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So Jamilan is beautiful. What is beautiful? Your patience is beautiful. So in hub, ana uhibbuka kathiran, the word hub has been dropped, but the word kathir is, and you have the verb uhibbu, that's mentioning or indirectly mentioning to the listener that it should be hubban kathira itself.
Okay. You need to recognize it whether it's present or not.
No, it makes no difference. It makes no difference if it's past or present. So you will understand from the verb that the verb which is being used, the same noun from that verb has been dropped, and only the adjective for that is being used.
So Sheikh, that's what I meant. You know, whether it's present or not the tense, whether that verb is like ana uhibbuka kathiran, we omitted the hubban.
Yep, correct.
So whether it's there or not, we have to recognize that this is a maf'ul mutlaq.
Yes, that's right. That's right. That's right. And the final one, there's 3 types of maf'ul mutlaq. One is for emphasis, that you killed him.
Mm-hmm.
Other one is for explanation, that what type of patience you are being asked to adhere to. And finally is numeration. Numeration meaning that how many times the action took place. For example, daqqat as-sa'atu daqqataini. The watch ticked.
2 ticks.
2 ticks. So these are the 3 types of maf'ul mutlaq. Right, okay. This is enough for today. Any questions so far? Is it a bit too much? Or what?
So Sheikh, muta'addi is transitive and lazim is intransitive.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to send that now because my phone is charged now. I'm going to send that now. Fi'il. Any questions from anyone? Of course, I'll give you more practice on this. This silence is not good.
Sheikh, when we're doing these lessons, maybe we can catch those. Like in this paragraph, you helped us catch this one, ana uhibbuka kathiran, and then you expanded it on it for 2 lessons.
Yeah. Yeah, Karen, I'm listening.
Sorry. So when we're doing these lessons, you can help us catch these kind of
it's not used often. It's not used often. That's the issue. They teach it once and expect it in transit. I will give you more examples from the Quran. That's what I'll do. So giving you examples from the Quran, you will understand it better. So maf'ul bihi. So if you look at it over here, because we're running out of time, so that's the reason why I can't maf'ul bihi. I'll go through this next week. So I've covered 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll explain that. I'll go for the definitions, explain them again, meaning, and then the exercises as well. I'll do each of these exercises for all of these 4 types, and then I will move on to the next 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Yes. So I'll explain maf'ul bihi, examples, maf'ul mutlaq with examples, maf'ul li ajlihi with examples, and maf'ul fihi with more examples as well, and go for the definitions as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm finding it really hard to wrap my head around this. I need a lot of either practice or...
Yeah, it's understandable. Things is you're completely new concepts, and each thing. First of all, I wanted to give you a basic understanding. Once I've given a basic understanding, then I can go into the examples, the definitions in more detailed for you to be able to absorb all of this information, inshallah. Okay?
Assalamualaikum, Sheikh, I have to go.
Yes, no problem. And inshallah,
I have to go to the mosque and open the mosque.
no problem, inshallah. So inshallah, is that okay with everyone? Iltimas dua. Sister Huma and Sister Tahira Shabnam, is that okay? So inshallah, I will expand on this next week. and I'll send you something across in the book in the group, just to have a read through and see what you can make out of it as well, inshallah. Okay.
Inshallah. Thank you, Sheikh.
Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj. What these are the main things you need to learn, because these things come in the Quran. And if you're finding it a bit challenging, do it with the intention that you're doing it to understand the Quran, and this is jihad fi sabilillah, in the sense that you're trying to understand the Quran itself. So you'll be rewarded immensely because you're trying to understand the Quran and the different types of maf'ools in the Quran, inshallah.
True, that's true. Thank you, Sheikh.
And that's the
We'll
way.
remember, we'll keep that as our motto. We'll remember that we're trying to understand the Quran through whatever we're doing. So
Yes, the thing is, that is the way which will give you that momentum and determination. And that's the reason why I'm teaching you in this method. Otherwise, if I want you to teach conversational Arabic, I wouldn't have to do 50% of the things which I'm doing, I don't need to do. It's only because I have to get you to up to the level you to be able to read the tafsir and ahadith in the Arabic language.
inshallah.
That's the reason. Okay.
Thank
Allahumma
you,
salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa